Hello and welcome to the Joy of Hanabi. These videos are made to help you folks at home get started in your Hanabi journey. Each show I will narrate the viewpoint of some players using a set of conventions. Today's conventions will be the beginner conventions I laid out in my video. If you haven't already watched that video, I recommend watching that before watching this. Since this is the first video for this series, I'll show you how to get into a game. First, you're going to want to use Chrome. You can try it with other browsers, but Chrome works best. Personally, I like a nice Chrome incognito window because it helps me visit scandalous sites. We can go up here and type in hanab.live and hit enter. You should see a screen like this. Now you can go ahead and make an account. Please note there is very low security here, so if you forget your account, you'll just have to make another. I'm going to put in my information and click sign in. Okay, great. Now that you're logged in, you should see a screen like this. This area up here has all of the current lobbies. The green lobbies are games that haven't started. The yellow lobbies are games that haven't started and anyone can join, and the red lobbies are games that haven't started yet, but you need to know the password. All we need to do is click the little door button to try to enter a lobby, or the eye icon to view a game. I'll go ahead and click on a lobby and it asks for the password, but since I don't know it, I'll click off. Okay, we're ready to make our game. Let's go up here and click on this Start Game button. You should see a little pop-up like this, and we can edit the title of our game and also select our variant. No variant is the default, so we don't need to change that, but if you'd like to try an easier variant, you could put 3 or 4 suits here. No variant is good for us though, so let's leave it as no variant. We can also change the password here by putting in anything we'd like. I recommend making a password when you want to play with just your friends. If you leave this area blank, anyone can join. I'll make the password Hanabi and click create. Now we're in the pre-game lobby. We can see how many players we have and we can chat to them here. Let's see if we can have another player join. Okay, great. Now we have 2 players and we can go up here and click start game. Okay, now we're in game. Since I can't see the cards in this hand, that means it's my hand. This dark border shows whose turn it currently is. I can tell it's my turn because I can drag my cards around, and because of this giant give clue area, which I won't be able to see when it's not my turn. We can easily drag a card from our hand to the play area or discard area, although right now we have 8 clues so we can't discard. And we can click on our teammate's hand to see what they know about it, which is currently nothing. Alright, now we're ready to actually play some Hanabi. The first rule of Hanabi is the same for any orgy. Different strokes for different folks. Because we can clue cards with either number or color, we need to examine the impacts of both. Firstly, let's examine our teammate's hand and see if they have a card we want them to play. They do, and it's a yellow 1. Now we need to make an almighty decision. Do we paint with broad strokes and use yellow, highlighting the yellow 5 and the yellow 1, or do we use a smaller stroke, highlighting just 1 with a 1's clue? By our conventions, if a clue touches multiple cards and not our chop, we play the leftmost. So if we use yellow here, we will be telling our teammate to play the leftmost clued card. So that means they would play the 5. That would not be good. So let's just clue 1s, and that will highlight just the 1 card we want them to play. To do this, we simply click on the box with the clue we want to give, and then click Give Clue. Notice how it shows us what the clue will look like before we give it. After I give a clue, it is now Wenzy Poop's turn. On each turn, you have one of 3 actions. You can play, discard, or give a clue. And since I clued, it is now not my turn. This means it's Wenzy Poop's turn, and we'll see what he wants to do. Okay, he's going to play his 1. Now, he's drawn another card. Notice how it came in from the left there. This is important because, well, it's another playable card. We want that yellow 2 to be played. Now, we have 2 ways of cluing that card. Do we want to use yellow, or do we want to use the number 2? Both highlight the same card, however, the yellow clue touches 2 cards. It'll touch the yellow 2 and the yellow 5, whereas the number 2 only touches that yellow 2. So let's think about it. If we give the 2, we will get the 2 played, right? He'll think, well, you wouldn't clue it for no reason, so I'm going to play it. But if we use yellow, then he will say, okay, I need to play my leftmost clued card, because again, the clue didn't touch the chop, right? So he plays his leftmost clued card, and he'll keep the other card. So if we give yellow, it's a pretty nice clue because we get to get the 2 played, and he'll keep the 5 until we make it clear to him that he should play it. He has a bunch of 4s in his hand, but we don't need to worry about those right now. So it's interesting to think, what does our teammate think he has in his hand? We've told him, hey, you can play a yellow card, right? So he probably knows he has the yellow 2, and he knows it's to the leftmost card, right? So he feels confident enough to give us a 1s clue because he knows he doesn't have, we didn't tell him about any 1s, right? So he's giving us this 1s clue probably means that 1 is playable, right? He wouldn't give it to us if it wasn't playable, right? So I think I can play it. I don't know what kind of 1 it is, but I know I can drag it over here. I'm going to click and drag to the play pile, and that's going to allow me to play that green 1, right? So now it's Wednesday Poop's turn, and we'll see what he wants to do. Again, we're thinking, he probably knows he has yellow 2, right? So he should know that he can play that card. But if he sees something interesting in my hand, this is his time to clue it. It doesn't look like he sees anything interesting, so he's going to go ahead and play his 2. Now it's my turn. Normally I would discard in a situation like this. There aren't any playable cards in Wednesday Poop's hand. But in spite of that, I think I will actually clue him 5s. It's just going to be a simple save your 5s, dude type of clue. But we're just going to try it out. Okay, now Wednesday Poop has opted to give me a green clue. It's touched 2 cards in my hand, so I need to be very careful here. What do I think this clue is trying to tell me? Well, it did touch my chop, right? But there aren't really any green cards that need to be saved, so that means I need to play my leftmost clued card. That would be this card over here, to the leftmost position in my hand. So I'm going to go ahead and play that, drag it down. What the heck? Oh, that's super weird. It was not playable, so this was a green 1, I think, and so I can't play that. It's not, we already have the green 1 down, so that bounced, and now we have a strike. I'm not 100% sure why Wednesday Poop did that, but I'll trust my teammates. We'll see. Maybe there was a good reason for him to do that. Regardless, it is now not my turn. Wednesday Poop's going to go. He's going to opt to discard. Notice he discarded from his chop, his rightmost unclued position. Now I'm going to think about, what do I want to do? Well, he still doesn't have anything interesting in his hand, so I think I'm just going to opt to discard from my chop, which is the rightmost unclued card in my hand. Now it's back to Wednesday Poop's turn, and he wants to give me a 2 clue. This is pretty nice. I actually know the complete identity of one of my 2s. I know that I have the green 2, which is playable, so I think I'm probably going to go ahead and play it. Now it's back to Wednesday Poop's turn, and he wants to give me a blue clue. So first of all, this did touch my chop, so I need to be aware, could this be a save clue? There is a card that matches this clue in the trash already. That is the blue 4. So this could be a save clue, and I might need to make sure I save what could potentially be a blue 4 on my chop. Alternatively, you could think that this is maybe the play clue on the blue 1, but since this could be the blue 4, let's just play it safe and we'll save these cards for now. But it's still our turn, so we need to go ahead and make a move. I still don't see anything interesting in Wednesday Poop's hand, so let's just go ahead and discard. We're going to discard from the rightmost unclued card position, right? So don't touch those blue cards, discard the rightmost. Alright, and now let's think, what will Wednesday Poop do? Okay, he wants to use a 1s clue on me. That 1 must be playable. There are 3 other 1s that could be played, so I'm pretty sure that he wouldn't give me this clue for no reason, so I'm going to go ahead and play it. He opts to discard on his turn, no worries there. I also don't really see anything super interesting in his hand still, so I think I might as well discard here too. Notice I'm going to discard from my chop, avoiding those blue cards again. I'm going to go ahead and just take this, drag it down, release, no problems. Ooh, okay. So now both the purple 4 and the green 4 are in danger of being discarded. So I need to think about, how am I going to make sure that those don't get discarded? Luckily enough, Wednesday Poop opts to not discard this turn. If he had, we would have lost 2 points. Instead, he's going to give me a purple clue, which probably means I have purple 1. But I can opt here to give a nice save clue on those 4s using a 4 number clue. I could use purple here, but purple would only save one of the 4s, and I want to save both, so I might as well touch both. Now it's back to Wednesday Poop's turn. We'll see what he wants to do. Maybe he wants to, yeah, so he's going to go ahead and discard. Now he's drawn another playable card, so I want him to play that because, you know, think about where he's going to discard from. It would be that exact position that he just drew, right? So I really want him to play it. I could use 3 or I could use yellow here, right? I kind of like yellow though because it gives negative information as to the other cards that he has, and I think it'll just be more clear exactly what he's playing versus like him thinking he might have green 3. It's a little bit more clear, so I'm going to give him this yellow clue. Now it's back to Wenzy Poop's turn. We'll see what he wants to do. Probably play if I don't have anything interesting. Yep, gonna go ahead and play. And now he's drawn another playable card that I really want him to play. That little exclamation mark down at the bottom of that 2 means there's only 1 left, so I know that I can't have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a clue for that 2. I want to think. Could I use blue? Do I want to use number? I think both are pretty similar, so I think I'll just use blue here. So now it's Wenzy Poop's turn, and he can opt to play his card, and he's going to do so. And let's see, what do I want to do? Well, I still have this purple 1, or this card I think is a purple 1, so I can definitely play that. Don't really see a reason not to, so might as well just drag it down and drop it in. Now it's back to Wenzy Poop. Let's see what he wants to do. He will discard. Notice he is discarding from his rightmost unclued card there, from his new chop position. And luckily for me, he's drawn a playable card, the yellow 4. This is really great because that means he can play his yellow 5 after. So again, I can clue with either 4, the number 4, or yellow. But I think I want to use yellow because if I use 4, he might think that he's drawn the red 4. And then he could play it, so I really want him to know that he can play that card. And so if I clue him yellow, there's only 1 more yellow card that can be played. He already has the other one in his hand, and he knows about it, so he's just going to play it. So I can go ahead and give him this yellow clue. That looks pretty good. We'll see what he wants to do. Okay, he wants to play. That's pretty nice. Now it's my turn. I don't really see anything too spectacular. You know, there is this red 2 in his hand, but I actually kind of think I might have red 2 based on the way it was clued. There's a chance I have blue 3 in my hand, but I don't really know if I can't definitively say that. And so if you don't know what to do, you know, go ahead and discard. We hope our teammates are looking out for what's on our chop position, so I'm going to go ahead and discard here since I don't have any readily available plays. And we'll see what Wenzy Poop wants to do on his turn. Alright, looks like he's going to clue me some 3s. I know I actually have the blue 3 now. So that's really great. I can go ahead and drag that and play it. But it also tells me some interesting things about my other blue card. Because I'm pretty sure that because of the way that was clued, that is the blue 4. Because we do not save 5s with color. So this is a pretty nice clue from him, and we'll see, you know, if what this other 3 could be. Regardless, let's go ahead and see what Wenzy Poop wants to do on his turn. Okay, he's going to give me 5s. This is a really great clue because it actually eliminates the possibility of my other blue card being a 5. So now, as you can see, I know that I have some 5s, which I won't throw away, and I know that I have this blue 4. So I can go ahead and play that. Great. Now let's see what Wenzy Poop wants to do on his turn. He has a play that he can make. He can play his yellow 5. Let's see if he wants to do that or if he wants to do something else. If he does that, then that probably means that I don't have anything super interesting in my hand. Okay, so he does that. Probably means I don't have anything super interesting, which means that I can probably discard here, and I think I will go ahead and discard. Now we'll see what Wenzy Poop wants to do on his turn. Not too sure what he'll fancy. Probably just discard, I imagine. Oh wow, okay. So this is actually a monster purple clue. This has touched a bunch of cards in my hand. Now, 2 of those cards I was already saving, namely the purple 3 and the purple 5, right? So he wouldn't really need to touch those 2 times, right? Like he already touched them once. Why is he doesn't need to touch them again, right? What this is it's probably a play clue, right? he's touching the only other purple card in this game that can be played, which is that purple 2. And so this card that is out here that I can't see the number of is probably the purple 2. So that's how I'm going to take it. I'm going to go ahead and play that. Now it's back to Wenzy Poop's turn. Let's see what he wants to do. I still think he might just discard. He does. So now we have a bit of a decision to make. He has this 3 on his chop that we really don't want him to discard. We could also play our purple 3, but we need to take care of our friend Wenzy Poop over there. He has another red 1, right? And we would really like to get that played. So we could issue the save clue, but then there's a chance he might discard the red 1, and that would suck. So let's just give him something to do. Let's clue him, well, we could think about this 2 ways, right? We could clue him 1 to get the 1 played, right? Or we could clue red. But if we clue red, he might just save both of those cards thinking that he's happened to have drawn the red 4 and the red 3, right? So I don't really want to do that. What I want to do is give him just the number 1 so he knows exactly which card he needs to play. Cool, so now hopefully he'll go ahead and play it. I really don't want him to discard. Great, so he does play it. Now he's drawn another important card that I want him to play, which is the green 3. But again, there's still that red 3 on his chop, so I'm still kind of worried about that. I have plays I could make, but I think I really want to get that green 3 played. So it's a similar situation to that 1. I could use 3 to touch both the 3s, but then he's not going to know which one to play. Or I could do maybe a green clue, right? If I do a green clue, then I'll touch the green 3, and then I'll be touching a couple other cards he was already saving. And this is pretty nice because it will give him turns of things to do for a bunch of turns, right? Because he'll play green 3, green 4, and then green 5. So I'm going to give him a green clue here. I think that's the best I can do. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Cool. So since he went to go ahead and played it. It's my turn. I'm wondering about this too. I don't think it was yellow, and based on the way it was clued, so I'm pretty sure it's red. Now I really should be getting the card that's on his chop, but he's got a bunch of plays. He knows he can play that green 4, and he knows he can play that green 5. And if I get this 2 in, then I can clue the red 3, and he'll know he can play it. So I'm going to go ahead and play it. And now we'll see what Wenzy Poop wants to do. I'm pretty sure he's going to play his green 4. That's what I'm hoping. If I was unsure, like feel out your partners, right? Are they the type of person that's going to discard in a position like this? Then you might not want to do this, but teach their own. All right, so he's gone. He did play it like I suspected he would. Now he has this red 3, which I would like to get to. I don't have to get to it, but it would be a good idea. I want to tell him he can play it because he can play it. So now the question is, do I use color or do you use number? If I use color, he won't know that I'm just I might just be saving the red 4, which is on his chop, right? I mean, he doesn't know that it's not on his chop, but he might be confused as to where, what his cards are, right? So a 3 clue shows him exactly that he has a 3. Now he might say, well, is that a card I need to save? Well, turns out that all the 3s are playable. So I wouldn't just tell him about a 3 for no reason. So I really like giving a 3 clue here. I think I'm just going to give a straight up 3 number clue and see how that pans out. So now he has a couple different cards that he can play. He knows he has a 3, probably red because I have the purple one. But then he also has his 5. So we'll see what he wants to do. So he's going to opt to play the 5. The reason why he's doing that is because he wants to give us a clue. When you play 5s, you get clues. So he's trying to make sure that we can get some clues. Anyway, it's my turn. And now it's kind of up to me. What do I want to do? Well, I've got a 3 I can play, so I could do that. There's also these 4s that are in his hand. And if I give a 4 clue like this to tell him where the 4 is, then I can, it'll be pretty obvious to him where the 4 is. But if I give red, it will be pretty confusing because then he'll think, well, okay, then the leftmost clued card, that would be the red 1, which I don't want him to play. So for a case like this, if I want him to get that 4, then I should really be cluing with the number 4. There is a nice benefit to the red clue, which is that it removes red from the possibility of the purple 4. But I'm not too worried about that. So I'm just going to give a 4 clue here. I think that'll work out pretty nicely. He should go ahead, no matter what, he has to play that 3 first. So that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to go ahead and play the 3 because he doesn't know exactly what type of 4 he has. And when I play my 3, now both of his 4s are equally playable. So he doesn't need to know what the colors of them are, right? He just knows that, well, they're the only 2 4s in the game that are left to be played. So I'm going to go ahead and slap down my purple 3. And hopefully he will go ahead and play his 4s. Let's see. Ideally he would play his purple 4 because I have purple 5. Okay, so that was probably just luck. I don't think he actually knows which one's which. So here I could discard, but it's just better for me to play the purple 5. So I'm going to go ahead and slap that one down. We're kind of coming around the bend here, so we're kind of finishing this game out. I don't know if I have the red 5 or the blue 5, but once he plays his red 4, it won't matter because both 5s are playable, and so I can play those. So I'm not in too much of a worry over that. Cool. So now I can go ahead. He's played the 4. All 5s are playable. So any card that has a 5 on it, I can go ahead and play. And so I'm going to go ahead and slap down my 5. I don't know if it's red or blue. I can still play it. You don't need to know what the identity of a card is in Hanabi. You just need to know, you just need to declare that you want to play it and for it to be playable. And so then he gives me a blue clue, and that must be the last card in this game. Pretty easy. So that's going to be a perfect score from us. So I'm just going to drag that down here and drop it in. Well, I hope you enjoyed this installment of The Joy of Hanabi. Allow me to personally invite you to grab some of your friends and try a game for yourself. It has been loads of fun for me to make these first few videos, and I'd really like to continue creating them for you guys. So please share them with your friends who might enjoy solving some puzzles. Liking, commenting, and subscribing really helps let me know if you are enjoying the content and if this is something I should be doing with my life. I also created a Patreon if you'd like to help support the channel. Please comment down below what you think I should do for my next video. I'm already working on my Finesse Conventions video and I can't wait to share it. For now, this is Hanabi Plays, signing off.